on that note, let's keep it 100 on some things. We got to get your insight. Like you said, it's one of a kind and the people love it. Give me an insight on 135, that division, but not just the general statement. Let's start with Tank. I want to know what you think about what happened recently with Tank. You know, he's been arrested. It looks like it threw the Lamont Roach fight off. From your perspective, I mean, just as a fighter, dealing with that level of scrutiny, the platform he's on, just speak to that. What are your thoughts on his arrest? And if not Tank, should Lamont fight Shakur next?
No comment on the arrest, but I'll just tell you this. Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up. He done. Tank is done. Period.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something similar, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight SHAKUR Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight. And I know all y'all Tank fans gonna come at y'all, you don't know, you wanna see. I'm telling you. And if he get in that ring and he ain't up here, if he ain't all the way focused, bro, he gonna get beat by Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, if they gonna do it. He gonna get beat by Manny Pacquiao if he ain't all the way focused in the ring, bro. Seriously. So that's my take on Tank, man. I think he's done. It's the issues outside the ring. It's the fact that he wants to change and he wants to, you know, he has a lot on his mind that he wants to do. And he's kind of sick of the sport of boxing. So
piggybacking what he just said also, do you think Lamont Roach should just say, forget about that and just go to try to fight Shakur?
If I'm so Lamont Roach, bro, I'm keeping my momentum, bro. Forget about all of that. I'm at peace. You ain't ready, son. It's all good. You handle your business. You do what you do. But hey, I need that money. I need that gravy. I need that opportunity, you know. And I should have been. Honest to God, truth, I should have been the champion right now. However, I'll let you have that. That's fine. But I'm moving on to something bigger and better, you know. So yeah, SHAKUR Stevenson fight. I don't care who it is, but somebody in the top 10 or another champion at 135 pounds or even at 130 at 130 pounds. Absolutely. Don't be sitting there waiting on Tank. Don't wait on that.
What's good, Just Do family? It's your boy KB back to give y'all some more boxing, man. And we gonna get right into it, man. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We on the road to 10K. We're a little over 100 away. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and give me my Just Do. But we gonna get right into this video, man. Shout out to KG, the Puerto Rican kid, man. Y'all go tap into his channel. You know, that was a video that he posted about Tim Bradley. He asked some, you know, very good questions, man. You asked asked about a hot topic, Gervonta Davis, man. Everybody wants to know, you know, everyone's thoughts on his recent arrest and his current situation as it pertains to the sport of boxing. And I like the way Tim Bradley, you know, he didn't want to comment on the arrest. I respect that, man. But he said he feels like Tank is mentally done. He's mentally done and checked out, and he's looking for the bag. And, you know, he feels like if he gets back in the ring and he's not focused, he's going to lose, man. I just wanted to get my thoughts on it. Look, boxing is more mental than it is physical. We all know that. We learned that with Tank Davis' most recent fight with Lamont Roach March 1st. It's more mental than physical, man. Tank got all the physical tools, but some speculate whether he was mentally all the way in the fight or not. And I get it. For good reasons. You seen him get wobbled a bit in the fight, man. You seen him get tested in ways that you haven't seen him get tested in 30 of his other fights. So, you know, a lot of people are overreacting and giving their takes as usual, but I don't know if I can say that Tank is mentally done or mentally checked out. I can say that Tank Davis is obviously going through some things in his personal life that he probably want to get situated before he can get back to boxing. He's human at the end of the day. So I don't know if he's just strictly looking for the bag. I mean, time will tell that, but I understand why Tim Bradley said it because of the, you know, the conversation about if he's going in there against, you know, a Jake Paul or a Manny Pacquiao. People would consider that just bag chasing or just, you know, just looking for the money. And instead of fighting a guy like a SHAKUR Stevenson, he also, Tim Bradley mentioned that he's not fighting SHAKUR. He's not fighting him. He don't care how much money Turkey Al-Sheikh offer. He doesn't feel like under any circumstances that he'll get in the ring with SHAKUR. And look, that's just unfortunate at the end of the day, because that's a fight that I think boxing deserves. That's a fight that both Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson both deserve. I think they've worked and earned the opportunity to prove who's the number one guy at 130 pounds. Is it Shakur Stevenson or is it Gervonta Tank Davis? And I think it'll be a disservice to the sport of boxing if we never get that fight. Now, as far as how that fight gets put together, man, look, your guess is just as good as mine. At the end of the day, with Tank being the A side, with his team essentially being the guys that's going to send the offer, I think it has to start there. It has to start with communication and conversation. Definitely something, deeper than just preliminary discussions, as Stephen Espinoza mentioned on more than one occasion. This fight should happen, but at the end of the day, man, my prayers out to Tank Davis, man. He got a legal situation that he want to get situated before he can even think about getting back in the ring with anybody, whether it be Lamont Roach or Shakur Stevenson. He got bigger things to worry about. Like I said, I root for his situation. I hope he can, come to a resolution and be able to resume his career, man. I think despite him seemingly being mentally done or checked out or being, kind of fed up with the sport of boxing, because he alluded to retiring on a number of different occasions. So you just hate to hear that, because you feel like he got a lot left in the tank, no pun intended. Feel like he got at least a few great fights that he can give the fans before he ride off into the sunset, but that's strictly up to him. But before he can get to any of those big fights, any of that money, got to get his legal affairs in order. And then I think he'll be fine to pick up and resume his career and just, pick up where he left off, essentially, man. I always root for these dudes inside and outside the ring. I want to see him, win inside or outside the ring. Hopefully, like I said, we get to see some of these big fights, because it'll be a slap in the face to the sport of boxing. If Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis never fought each other, it doesn't even matter whose fault it is at the end of the day. I just see that two great fighters need to work together to make one of the biggest and best fights that boxing has to offer. And without that, I just don't think we get that fight. But that's my thoughts, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, man. Is Tank Davis mentally done? And do y'all ever feel like we'll see him face the likes of a Shakur Stevenson? Or better yet, a Lamont Roach rematch? Or do y'all see him fighting a Jake Paul or a Manny Pacquiao for the bag and retiring, like Tim said? And as always, let me know if I gave boxing its just due, because that's what I do over here at Just Do Boxing. Till the next one, I'm out. Peace.